Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Also, if you're new, welcome to the channel, and hit that subscribe button if you are new. But anyways, today I'm gonna be working on the 56 F100. So I'm gonna cut all the original suspension off the front of the truck. What I'll do is I'll just X the rivets and then hit them with the air chisel and punch them out. So I gotta do the leaf spring shackle in the back, and then also the one in the front, then the shock mount, and then just cut that crusty rotted brake line off there. And then what I'll do is I'll probably have to pull the hood and the inner fenders just so I can get more of an access in there on the truck. And then what I'll do is I'll get the Crown Vic front clip that I have for the other truck, and I'll just wheel it over here and get it mocked up. I have the brackets for it, but I'll probably just mock it up right now. That way I can just set it on there, and then I'll pull the wheels off the Fox body because they fit onto the Crown Vic front clip. So I'll get that all wheeled over there and then drop it down and see how the truck is actually going to look with that Crown Vic front clip under it. I'm excited because it'll be nice to be able to actually drive one of these things. I mean, the yellow one we've had forever. This one's new, so new to me. I mean, it's an old truck, but it's new to me. And also, I did get an engine sourced out for this, and it's exactly what I wanted. So I don't think I ever uploaded that video, but one of the videos maybe I uploaded, I talk about the power plant I wanted to put in the yellow truck, and I called a buddy of mine that used to have a 56 and see if he had any parts like a fender or something. He didn't, but he still had his engine, and it's a fresh rebuild, and he's gonna give me 2 transmissions. The price was right, I can't complain, and it's going in a 56. So anyways, I'll quit blabbing on and we'll get to cutting and removing. Let's do it. Great, but I might have to just cut them a little more, and then I'll just punch them out with this. Alright, so what I'm going to do now, since it's pretty hard to get the rivets knocked out, for now I'm just going to bolt it. I got this shock bracket knocked off, but yeah, it's no big deal on that one. Yeah, let's unbolt it from the shackle, front and rear, drop it down, do the same thing on the other side, and just cut these rotted brake lines off, and then just slide it out. fighting me a little bit, but just really slide it forward on the other side. Slide it out either side. Alright, well there's the old suspension for the front end. It's out. I did forget to cut that crusty brake line. So when I was trying to pull it, I'm like, man, why won't this thing go? And I'm like, duh. Might have to come over here and cut the brake line. You know, I have days like that. That just happens sometimes. Anyways, I guess I'll knock these off or just pull them out, unbolt and pull them out. And I'll check to see if I have to take that off for now. And if not, I'll leave it, but more than likely I'm gonna have to take it off to get that Crown Vic slid underneath here, because I think the lower control arm sits about right there. And on that one, that shouldn't be that bad. But I'll try to see if I can get that slid underneath there. If I can, I'll just come in and cut those ones off. And then, yeah, we'll get her mocked up and see what she looks like if I can get it to sit on the ground. Hey everybody, so it's been a couple days on the 56. I did get the front clip under the truck. It's not welded in yet and the brackets aren't welded in, but I did get my shipment from Auto Metal Direct. So we'll open these up and see what I got. But I'll take you over and show you the front clip and how it's just sitting on here. I do have to drill the holes for the alignment dowels, and then we'll probably notch the frame and bring it up so it sits flat, and then I'll cut out the top part and add in those plates. I did take everything off the firewall. I took the wiper motor off, the throttle pedal, and all that stuff. I got to take the brake pedal off down there in that bracket, and then the engine for the truck hopefully will be showing up the end of this week or next week, and I can't wait to show you guys that thing. So let's go open these boxes up and see what I got. All right, let's see what we got. Pop open the small one first. So I got a lower door skin for the truck, because the other one, the yellow truck, actually is rotted in the corner. So it'll be nice to put a set of these on. It's nice and thick too, nice heavy gauge steel. So yeah, it'll look good. I'll use the TIG welder on it. That way hopefully I don't have to use any mud. I hate using Bondo. So we got that one. Now let's open up the big box. Oh, nice and sharp. Yeah. So I got a set of patch panels for the bottom. Oh, a little bent. Look at that, fixed right now. So I did get a set of lower fender patches for the bed. There's that one. And there's this one, because both of them are rotted out. I am getting a set of another set of bed fenders for the truck, but these ones are just in case I have to use that one, even though it's pretty smashed in. But I'll take you guys over and show you the orange door for the truck, because that thing was in pretty bad shape. Also did get the inner for the lower door, or for the driver's door, because this was all rotted right through here. So change that out at the same time I do the door skin. That way everything from the bottom will be nice and solid, because that's mainly where it's going to rust out, just because moisture and dirt collects in there. And no one back then really cleaned out the inside of the door. And the last one is the passenger side door skin, because the yellow or the orange door is pretty bad, so I'll change that one out also. That way at least that door will be nice. I will probably get another lower door skin for that one. This one's got a little bit of a roll in it, but I can fix that. That's really no big deal. So there's all the stuff for the truck. So I am excited to start working on this thing. So you can see with the stud gun where I worked this huge dent out. I mean, it went from right here across all the way down. So I pounded it out. I still got to do some metal work and do a little bit right in here because it's still low, and a little bit right in here, and then I'll weld all the holes up. You're probably wondering, why am I using this orange door instead of the door that's on the truck? Well, the door that's on the truck, the skin is in pretty decent shape, but all through here is completely rotted. So the structure is all rotted. I could maybe peel the skin and put it on that door, but yeah, it's hard to see in here, but you can see some daylight down in here, which is no big deal. But all through this area is just completely rusted, because what they did is they media blasted the doors, the whole inside of the cab. So there is some rot in the cab corners. You can see the daylight right there and right there, which, as long as it's not like really pitty, I could just, you know, fix it. And then I'll treat the whole inside of this cab. I mean, the roof, that's about normal for some, if you could see it, yeah, some surface rust. But underneath, I don't think you'll be able to see it. But underneath, I might be able to see it right here. It's got a lot of rust just from them blasting. You can see all the sand that's inside this thing. And also, I'll show you the whole patch job besides this one to fill the vent. But this one to fill also the fresh air vent. They didn't even cut this out. They just welded the original piece in on the top and left two pieces of flat bar right here to weld it to. And so this would have just sat there and corroded and got all rusty and just rusted out. So I cut all that out. It's sitting right here, and you'll see what I'm talking about. See, they just media blasted the whole inside, so they didn't treat any of the truck. So probably what I'll do is I'll cut this off, just turn it into a skin, and then if I have to, I'll make a new piece just off of that template and fill in this whole area and have it where it comes down, because I had this other piece, which they didn't do bad, but they didn't treat it or anything, and they didn't really weld it. It was all just bonded in there. But here's the piece that's set just like this right here. That's exactly how it's set, and it was just tack welded here, here, and here, and there, and then in that corner also. So I just hit it with the freaking cutoff wheel barely, and they popped right out. And they didn't even put any primer on there or anything. So yeah, that's really the main issue with this truck. All right, everybody. So I got back from my buddy's ranch today, where I got the fender for the truck, or both sets of fenders, I should say, for the truck. And yes, I am wearing a different shirt, just because, I don't know, I think I wore like 3 different shirts in this video. But anyways, I'll show you guys the red fender. It's in pretty nice shape. There is some damage right down in here, which is really not that big of a deal. And then, like I said, most of these fenders always rot out right down in here, so that's why I bought the patch panel, just because I had a feeling when I got these ones they would be rotted out. So let's cut that out, add in the new patch panel. I did hang the orange door. It looks pretty good, especially from where this massive dent was. I should have took a picture of it before I started doing metal work on it, but I still need to finish up a few things on it, and then order up an inner structure, cut that out, and then I'll probably end up cutting out the bottom half of the door and replacing it with the door skin that I got from Auto Metal Direct. Door does need to be adjusted a little bit more, but I can do that later, and I'm probably gonna end up ordering a whole new set of door hinges for the truck, just because these ones, for some reason, they're not that great. They're not like the yellow 56. So I think what I'll do is just order a new set, and that way I know they're new and I don't have to worry about anything like that. So I'm gonna end up doing that. And then the motor didn't come in for the truck just yet, so hopefully that'll come in on the next video. It should. But I did get the steering column for the truck. So the steering column sitting right here. And then I also got the steering joint, which is right here for the truck. So here's the one that goes to the column and to the steering shaft. And I have that already. So the only thing I'm missing is the other steering joint, which is the one for the Crown Vic. So it's kind of like a triangle shape. And then also the other end is a 3/4 for the steering shaft. So that should be here, I think, today. And then also I'm waiting on the 4.5-inch drop from the dash for the column, and then the ball mount for the steering column itself to go through the firewall. So that'll be all installed on the next video, just as a mock-up, so I can get everything mocked up, and then I'll have to end up taking everything apart so I could treat the inside of the cab and get it all sprayed, and then start getting primer put on the cab. That way I can start doing some body work on this thing, because I really want to get at least some body work done on the truck. So if you guys like today's video, hit that like and subscribe button, also the notification bell. That way you guys can stay notified on the 56, and also the Mercury, the Fox body, the GTO, and the other one, because I'm going to start working on at least the Fox body and cut both quarters off and put the new ones on that I got. That way the car has zero Bondo on it. At least it'll have a minimum amount, what I should say, because I hate filler. I'm trying to do the least amount of filler as possible. I'd rather do metal work. Unfortunately, the Mercury has some, but not as much as it did when it showed up at the shop. Anyways, that's enough of me rambling. Thanks for watching. Later.